Welcome back to SwitchCorner. Today we're going to be taking a look at Jurassic World Evolution on the Nintendo Switch. This one, it's coming from Frontier, the masterminds behind the Roller Coaster Tycoon franchise. So is this park building simulator a good use of the Jurassic Park license? Or is this one where you're best off just avoiding that entry fee? Well, hit subscribe if you love the Switch as much as we all do here. Join our growing family and let's get started. It's a story, and we actually get 4 different stories here. The main story itself for the base game is really just simple stuff. Following the events of the movies, you are now in charge of running this island, keep guests safe, build this whole new theme park, research dinosaurs, and then of course make some sort of profit. It's more than enough, and it includes a wide range of cast members from the movies, I think like Claire, Owen, and even the legend that is Ian Malcolm. Where this game excels though is it's 3 major DLC packs that are included, hence the complete edition tagline. Here we're getting Return to Jurassic Park. This one you're heading back to the original island to rebuild the original Jurassic Park alongside Alan, Ellie and Ian. Then we get Claire's Sanctuary, the dormant Mount Sibo, and so dormant anymore, so you gotta save the dinosaurs before it's too late. And then finally Secrets of Dr. Wu, so you follow Dr. Wu's guidance as he experiments with more than questionable hybrid dinosaurs. The stories across the board, not deep stuff, but they are a fun ride. It's great to see these returning fan favourite characters, and I think they've done a good job of hitting all generations of fans. I'm an OG Jurassic Park fan myself, but I'm sure there's kids out there that grew up on Jurassic World and so on. Just good work on story, really enjoyed it. So at its core, this is just like any other theme park simulator you've seen before. Build attractions, open gift shops, provide facilities, and then rake in that cash. Difference here, those attractions though are dinosaurs, and frequently they will want to eat you, and trust me when I say they frequently did try that, and even so, more than often than I'd like to admit, they actually succeeded as well with plenty of the guests. They ended up pretty much as lunch, but it did provide excitement that you rarely see in the theme park simulation arena. Normally the excitement it is in building the craziest roller coaster before jumping into that first person viewpoint and going, for the ride. Here it's how long can I keep the Velociraptor and his mates at bay with some intricate electric fence design. The beauty of Jurassic World Evolution is it can very much be the experience you want it to be. You want that thrill of a T-Rex running rampage? That's an option. You want that pressure of understanding, the level of containment that you need for specific dinosaurs? That's got you covered too. You want something though a bit more chill? Get a bunch of veggie loving dinos, sit back and just relax. It tells you what you can do, what you need to do to achieve your goals, but how you really get there, that's going to be down to you, like any good entry in the genre. The main focus with this one really is build containment areas for varying species, some that can absolutely live in harmony together, some that definitely should not. Around this then you'll be building gift shops, facilities, operational units, and even hotels and monorails. The idea really is here guest satisfaction while advancing then the scientific side of the park. The main 4 facilities you'll be handling for let's say operations, a power plant. Electricity is absolutely necessary. The Hammond Research Centre, here you'll develop, hatch and then release your dinosaurs. The ranger stations, they handle the tougher situations and can basically be seen as advanced janitors. And then security and research. Research is where you will spend though the majority of your time, whether that's enhancing the buildings or equipment that you can use, or of course going out on digs around the world to recover dinosaur fossils. Starting up the game, you'll only have access to 4 or 5 dinos, and you'll need to invest time in these digs to get enough of the genetic makeup to basically clone them. Here you'll basically go across to a map, you'll see what dinos are available there, you'll click on them, and then you'll play the waiting game for a couple of minutes while that research is completed. Thankfully though, I will say the game, it doesn't take too long to give you some dinosaurs with a serious bite. The main game though can really be summed up as work your way through 7 parks, complete missions on behalf of research, entertainment and security, achieve a good enough park rating, and that will then unlock the next spot. The more islands you have, the more advanced your abilities and tools become, along with the different types of dinosaurs you will see. You'll even have the option to start splicing your dinosaurs to a hybrid status. You want an even angrier T-Rex, you got it, just start splicing in that gene pool. It captures the spirit of the movies, there is no question about it. Where I've got to say though, Jurassic World Evolution really surprised me. It's the game's focus. It's not really too invested in things like pricing or revenue generation. The game for the most part in that area kind of looks after itself. Like sure, you can price the odd gift shop item, build a hotel, but it's pretty limited in that arena. Its focus for you is experiencing the like fantastical Jurassic Park world. It does this by giving each dinosaur needs, whether that's maybe companions, specific environments, maybe they fall like sick, maybe they fight each other. You're 50% park builder, 50% park kind of playing god with the residents. When things do go south as well, you can like take over security. You could fly the helicopter, then take control of the rifleman to tranquilize, you know, the dinosaur that's running rampage. Maybe you want to drive the jeep to refill supplies or even administer medicine. Thankfully, I will say at that point, though, shit is not involved.
That is one big pile of shit.
There's a ton of depth here and I could spend hours talking about it, and I'll say now I've had a great time with this one, but one area that I feel needs some focus is the game's tutorials. It's lacking and did cause some like beginner game difficulty. It's more trial by fire than helping me understand. At first it was okay, but quickly I felt like out of my depth trying to catch up, and I've actually played this game before on the PS4. It's not bad, it's just a little too high level, so expect some like learning by doing and plenty of failing along the way by doing the wrong thing. It's either too quick in like dishing out the info, or there's like a small pop-up, it will say tutorial in the top right of the screen, you'll hit the minus button and then you'll find out this long list of guides. It's not a huge issue, it just kind of makes the early game a little bit slow. You know, you're either getting to grips with it or you're trying to read through menus. You basically feel like you're trying to like hack into Dennis's computer.
You didn't say the magic word.
Please!
Overall, if you like park simulators and you want something with a twist, this is the game for you. It captures that addictive gameplay loop you'll know from like Roller Coaster Tycoon, but it's switching out the revenue management and the over-the-top coaster construction in favour of a living, breathing attraction. This attraction, though, will provide more thrill than any coaster can, as it needs you as much as you need it, whether it's in sickness, in health, in that scenario when it eats your guests and you send everyone flooding to the nearest bunker before your rating sinks through the floor. If that's not more thrilling than a roller coaster, I don't know what is. So rounding out this package, and we not only get the main game and those 3 expansions, but of course Sandbox Mode 2. In Sandbox you'll get access to 12 different locations with an unlimited budget. These will be locked initially though until conditions are met in story mode, and then finally on the package you get Challenger Mode as well. 12 islands, you must tackle some more like complicated tasks. Yes, this is AAA price point, but I gotta say, I think it's fair to say content wise this one is not lacking and will keep you busy for some serious time to come. So graphics in Jurassic World Evolution isn't bad looking. This was always a demanding game. Having played it on the PS4 Pro, it's a good looking game where I feel performance at times was like a bit questionable. And first, I want to commend them on the performance here. It is solid. Yes, there's for sure frame rate drops, but nothing that in any way impacted the gameplay for me. A slow pace like this one, it's not exactly screaming I need like perfect 60 FPS. How have they achieved this though? A visual downgrade for the performance that is 100% guaranteed, but I wouldn't say huge. I think the most noticeable issue, it's the popping. As you move, you'll see shadows around the edge of the screen popping in, along with textures and trees themselves. Does it impact the game though? Not even slightly. This for me, still a good looking game. You get some sizable parks here, and it's pretty incredible the detail they've managed. Like you'll zoom in right into these buildings or even follow alongside one of your dinos and you can see all the detail they've put into these models and characters. Here's the problem though, this one, I spent a few days away from home and I spent 90% of my time with this one handheld, and that's actually rare for me, but it is a serious downgrade with heavy blur in general for the world. It's playable still, but it is, as I say, quite a major downgrade from the docked experience. Here's a few small clips in the background just to give you a taste of what to expect when it comes to handheld play. The gameplay still made it worth it, honestly, but I've got to say, like, it's easy to notice. If you have the choice to play a good like chunk of the game docked, that's the way I would go personally. Overall, look, it's a good looking game with some understandable compromises, and handheld, it's one of the bigger differences I've seen in any game so far. So audio, and 90% of this is stunning. I'm going to keep this quick. The soundtrack, yeah, I mean, it's Jurassic Park, the Jurassic Park theme for the win, honestly. It's one of those themes that I can't help but smile and everyone instantly recognises it. Then the voice acting, Jeff Goldblum, it lends his voice here, and he does a great job of both pushing the story forward while giving you tips, and it's all kind of in that weird and wonderful style that only Jeff Goldblum can, you know, pull off. Then we even see the return of like Sam Neill, Laura Dern and BD Wong reprising their roles. It all adds credibility to this one and very much makes it feel like, you know, real Jurassic Park, if that makes sense. The only audio issue, some weak impersonations like Claire and Owen, they're trying, but for me it just kind of sounds weird because I'm used to the actual actors. The voice work itself's not bad, it's just big shoes to fill more than anything, and they do not quite manage it. So overall, Jurassic World Evolution, I'm impressed. It has problems. The tutorial lacks the depth they need. Visually, handout, gotta say, it's gonna take some getting used to. It is kind of like weak, honestly. Outside of that though, I was really impressed, and I think this is an impressive port when you do look at it docked. There's a lot going on here, and it's pretty solid on the performance front. If I had to be real picky, if I could make one request here, we have the content, but a few extra structures, a few extra dinos, and that would have like pushed this into amazing territory. That all said though, Frontier, I'm willing to endorse this park, and today I'm giving Jurassic World Evolution a great 8 out of 10. Basic mechanics are then supported by some impressive like wildlife management, and there's very few uses of movie licenses that work quite as well as this one. Hopefully plans for a sequel are in the works, because I will be there absolutely just like day one. With that, thanks for watching. Will you be adding this one to the collection, or are you going to be skipping out on this for the time being? Then a shout out to the patrons of the channel who are just going above and beyond to support SwitchCorner. Helps more than you know, so thank you all so much. If you do want to check that out, I have linked it in the video description down below. Finally, like, hit subscribe if you love the Switch as much as we all do here. Join our growing family, and I'll see you all on the next video. Thanks everyone.